Hi guys, and welcome to Commander Mode Episode 8. Today I'm going to be over a video I've wanted to do for a while, which is missile names and stats. Quick rundown of the stats you see right here. This is just my observations of launch to impact times for these maps. I don't play any others, but you may see different stuff, but that's what I see. Typically I am guesstimating about a minute to a minute and a half reload time for the cruise missiles. Just because we have it doesn't mean we can always use it as fast as we want to. It's kind of horrendous. Hainan in particular is a shake and bake map for me. You set the missile and you forget it. I often forget the missile on Hainan. I really do. I will just go to a different part of the map and not realize it. So I really miss out on a lot of clips on Hainan because of that. Also, wanted to talk about the kill zone or the blast radius for these missiles. Typically, it will, depending on the material it has to go through, especially on flood zone, I have noticed it goes, when it hits the surface, the first solid surface it encounters, it starts to dissipate in the shape of a cone pointing downwards, sort of like an ice cream cone. The closer you are to the point of impact, the more likely you are to die. It has about a 15 to 20 meter depth to it, and anywhere from a 5 to a 10 meter diameter on it. So essentially you have to be pretty damn accurate with these things in order to get kills. It's not just you put it in a general area and things die. But you can usually guess with a lot of practice what's going to be in your blast radius. I know the particular Zabit is really tricky, especially if you launch on Charlie or Delta, because of the rooftops. Now there is a way you can hit, not on the tallest rooftop, but on the second floor, and get to the ground level. It's very, very tricky. I've only done it a couple of times myself. It's really fun to troll like that, but it's really difficult to actually get it correct. You have to be in 3D mode, you have to know exactly where to put it, and you have to get really lucky, essentially. Shanghai, in particular, is pretty bad about altitudes and the depth of the cruise missile and where it's actually going to hit. It's very hard to get the missile exactly where you want it to kill all those people, because they tend to group in the buildings, and it's pretty difficult to center the missile and expect to get the kind of depth out of it that you need to kill everyone, because they're not usually on the same level. My best advice is to aim for ramps, elevator shafts, stairwells, and any other object that is hollow, or has an empty space inside of it. Flood zone in particular, you can launch one on the flag on Charlie, and it will explode all the way down to the water. You can typically clear out the building at any given spot on that map, but better to hit in the stairwell. And that's just kind of my take on the missiles and what they're about. Here is something that I encountered last night that actually made me rage quit. I don't often rage quit, but these were my friends. And this is my biggest pet peeve, is I'm in a party with you. You are my friend. I have space on my team, or you have space on yours, and we aren't all on the same team. Now, like, I understand it's not always possible. My team, at any given moment, had spots available. I tried to switch repeatedly. I cut those clips out of this, but I did try to switch a lot. I checked the scoreboard, no room, teams would become unbalanced was always my message. I tried to switch. None of them ever tried to switch to my side. I got very upset. Very, very upset. And it went on for 2 maps like this. And at one point I actually quit spawning for a bit because I was going to start yelling, and I didn't want to. But I just feel like this is really rude and very inconsiderate for people to do that. So this is kind of my shout out to them. I really don't like you guys right now. So, but yeah, big pet peeve. If you're on my team, or in my party.